Welcome to Heaven and Earth Healing Center. I'm Rose and I'm joined with Nick every week. We will be back and we're actually happy to be back. So thank you, A1 North Psychic Radio. Hi, Nick. How are you?
Thank you, all of you, for having us back. It's lovely to be here.
Thank you. So today I hear you're going to be drawing some cards, or you're going to be talking about something today for the viewers before we take our first caller.
I just want to go over just a little bit. I'm not going to draw cards until our first caller, but I think I'd like to just go over the importance of what we're going through right now in the era of our world. I mean, we know that we understand that COVID had hit, and it's been pretty stressful for a lot of families, a lot of loved ones. But it's really important that we all stay grounded, learn to love one another. This is the time in our era we need to reflect and make really positive changes. It's really easy to fall into the darkness of what's happening in this world. But it's so important that we understand that a kind word, could really brighten someone's day, perhaps change someone's life, save someone's life. And just spread the word of love. Just care. Just show how much you care. Be a giver. Love to receive, but be a constant giver. It's really, really, really important that we show the universe a great unity between us.
Very beautifully said. You know, I was watching the CBS News, and there was children going through quite a bit in being shut down during the COVID. And just know that there is help out there. Reach out to somebody if there is any, thoughts that are going through your mind that is affecting your inner spirit. Please know that there is a lot of help out there that you can reach out to people that will definitely guide you into the light.
Indeed, there is. And I think this is a strong point to really not judge a situation. We all handle stress in very different ways. I'm not saying that it's okay to not be nice or to be someone that you shouldn't be, but it's just really important that when someone is going through a really rough time, not to judge a situation, because we don't know what their circumstances are. And sometimes lending an ear is really important. It's just something that they need to vent. Oh, I believe we have a first caller, Tabitha. Hello, Tabitha.
Hello, how are you?
I'm wonderful. And how are you doing, lovely?
I'm alive. I can't complain.
Wonderful. It's good to hear.
How can we be of divine assistance today to you?
I'm sorry?
How can we be of divine assistance to you today, Tabitha?
Well, looking for some guidance. I'm having a little, I guess you could say, living situation issues, and want to know if that's going to turn out okay.
Oh, forgive me, Tabitha. May I ask you just to speak up a little bit? I didn't quite hear you.
I said I'm having living situation issues, and I was wondering if it's going to turn out okay for me.
I think
Rose, I'm so sorry. She's cutting out.
Yeah, just the part of the issue. What kind of issue once again, Tabitha? If you could just repeat the issue itself, please and thanks.
Living.
Oh, living. Thank
Housing.
you kindly. Housing. Okay. Thank you very much, Tabitha.
So
Okay.
Tabitha, I see that really you've been going through quite a rough time in the last few months, and being quite kind. And it seems like that when you have something there that's opening, a door is open, you seem something is shut.
Oh, yep.
Okay. So, but you see, the one thing I can see about your spirit is, don't lose your determination. Somewhere along the line here, I've noticed that you've really got a courageous spirit. So don't get down on that. Really continue to be determined and creating your visions. Really knowing and saying, this is what I want, and I need to be here. This is so important for you because, again, the world, the world around us has a lot of negative force. But there's a lot of beauty inside of you. So don't take that away from your hopes and dreams. So you're looking here. I pulled out 3 cards, and it's amazing that I was talking to Rose about this, and I pulled out the Wands and the Fool and the Priestess. Okay, and you're looking at new beginnings in the next few months. So don't lose faith in the future that you have. Okay, that you've built it in what you believe that you're deserving of. This is so important for you. Okay, I want you to really reflect on where your life was to what your life is and will be. And once you get past that hump, things will start smoothing up, because I see that you get very tense. And then you kind of start falling into a valley, and we don't want you to be there. So no matter how hard how hard you look at something, I want you not to look at it at all. Inside of you, you know where you need to be, and focus to where you need to be, no matter how many doors you have to open. Okay, this is going to create such a strength in you that when you look back and you're going to say, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was. Okay, so please stay grounded on this. Okay, don't lose yourself in the chaos. This is so important for you. Are you seeking to move here? Are you looking from going from one place to another?
Yes. I'm looking at getting a 1-bedroom and leaving my family behind.
Leaving your family behind. Okay, very well. Mm-hmm. Are you looking into a different state?
I am.
Okay, very well. So we're on the same page here, because I see you going from that particular home or the surroundings that you're in into something a lot more spacious. So, and something is going to open up for you within the next 6 months that's going to give you a sigh of relief, and it's going to be a blessing. It's going to drop on your lap. Okay, it's going to be an opportunity that's going to go boom, and you're going to say, wow, it's like you didn't have to work for this one. Okay, so please keep the positivity. You will change states, because I do see you changing states, and I see a beautiful new beginning for you. It's almost as if you're leaving a lot of negative stuff behind.
Oh yes, that's the family.
You're changing, and you're in the era in your life now that you're actually shedding your skin. So continue to shed, and don't keep what does not serve you anymore. Does that make sense to you?
You're exactly right.
Okay, very well.
My kids have grown, and it's like, okay, it's now time for me to do me and stop being that codependent mother, and let me live.
Well, you have to live. And, we have brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers, and there's nothing wrong with taking care of our loved ones, even our friends, but there has to be you. You can only determine what you create in this world and what you want for yourself and for those around you to create positive energy, and to give to those. And when you've got a lot less burden, or you're more balanced. Let's just say that, a lot more balanced. Okay, so this is important. Right now, you're not quite balanced because you actually feel burdened, and you've got a lot of people around you that have a lot of input. And I think that is so important, that they have to understand, to have a relationship with you, that they, to give you advice is one thing, to push their advice on you is another. And they need to love you enough to really help you love your life, love yourself, and love you enough to move on. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay, wonderful. Did we miss anything here, Rose?
No, it's honestly, it's new beginnings for her. And I think this is the focus point of her moving forward. And it's not like that she's leaving the family behind, or she's leaving her loved ones. It's just, it's time for her life to start shining now. Have a sense of direction, which she will. And as you did say, Nix, within the next 6 months, there's going to be a beautiful transition stage for her that's going to open up. And it's almost like she's going to look at things as not only a new beginning, but a huge blessing. So there's going to be a lot of less burdens on her as well, and carrying, other people's energies on with her. So it's time to cut ties in a beautiful way spiritually, so she can start growing herself.
And I think that just focus right now and just know that things are not as they appear to look like. Okay? That is so important. It will change. I promise you, it will change. And you will breathe and you will live.
All right. That
Thank you very much.
promising.
Thank you, Tabitha, for calling in. Thank you. Much
Tabitha,
blessings
thank
to
you.
you. Much blessings to you.
Thank you all so much.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Be well.
Beautifully delivered, Nix. I think it's time for us to be coming off air, and it was just such a pleasure to have our first caller, Tabitha, on there to guide her with so much light that is within her.